Hi, I've just finished listening to my second Max Porter book on Audible, and this is Lanny. And I read Griffith's The Thing with Feathers a while ago, and I adored it. And so, my free Audible credit, I got Lanny. And I think because there are multiple voices, listening to it gives me a different perspective. I don't know whether I don't know. I ought to pick up the physical copy and have a look at it, but I just like listening. And I felt that it brought the book to life. And it's a book that is filled with nature. For me, it's filled with nature. But there are also comments on modern life. Throughout the novel, we have dead Papa Toothwort, who is a sort of green man figure. Is he a figment of the imagination? Is he real? You've got to decide as you're reading. And he's older than the village. And he's everywhere. He's in every house. He's spoken of by parents to children. He's spoken of by children. He's everywhere. He's almost a bogeyman that, you be careful, or dead Papa Toothwort will get you, that type of thing. In the first part of the book, he's wandering through the village, picking up snippets of conversation. I believe in the physical book, these snippets are put in the, sort of displayed sort of artistically on a page. I don't know. You'll have to tell me. I've not seen the physical copy. I'm just listening to it. The village is a commuter village. And through these snippets, you get a feeling of how the outsiders, the people who've come into the village, are regarded by people who've lived in the village for generations. The newcomers, how people regard the newcomers. And we have Robert and Jolie, who have come to the village. Jolie is a former actress, and she's now decided she's going to write a crime novel, a very gory crime novel. And Robert commutes daily to London. And in the snippets that you pick up, that Papa Toothwort picks up, there are comments about Jolie and Robert. They have a young son, Lanny, who is, I suppose you'd call him a free spirit. He loves nature. He loves wandering around the area, around the village, the woods. He'll take himself off into the woods with his rucksack and he'll just disappear. And Jolie's not worried about him because it's Lanny. She finds him and his ways absolutely endearing, whereas Robert, his father, finds him worrying, annoying and embarrassing, to such an extent that when Robert's boss says, how's that bonkers child? Something like that, Robert doesn't pick him up. He's like, oh yeah, whatever, He doesn't defend his son. The village has a renowned artist living there, Pete, or as the villagers refer to him, Mad Pete. He's a famous artist, and Jolie gets him to give Lanny art lessons, and through Pete, Lanny becomes more immersed in folklore and nature, all that sort of stuff. So that's part one. Part one is told in the words of Robert and Jolie and Pete and Papa Toothwort as he's going through the village collecting snippets. Then something happens, and part two is a different vibe. It's more disjointed. The voices are more disjointed, they're more jumbled, and they're more bitter in places. I got the feeling that this is a comment about what happens when there is an event and the media descend, and it fuels resentment, it fuels rifts, it fuels speculation. Everybody's trying to apportion blame, they're gossiping about each other. It's a force for bad, almost a force for evil. And whereas Papa Toothwort is collecting snippets of information, the media is also collecting snippets of information. But they are very different, the way that these snippets are used, if you see what I mean. And I wonder whether there's a comment there. And then we get part 3, where there's the resolution, which is almost, it's full of nature. It's almost like it's a dreamlike sequence, the resolution, and it's full of hope. And Papa Toothwort returns to sort of almost complete the circle. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I now need to get hold of Shy and see what I make of that one. I've read 2, love them both. So I think I'll get it on Audible, because I just like listening to it, because I can immerse myself in it, in this mood that Max Porter seems to give. So that's Lanny by Max Porter. I listened to it on Audible and I adored it. So happy reading. Take care.